Hello everybody and welcome back to another exciting video here on my channel, and welcome to the new year. Welcome to year 2025. We have all made it. We've all done a really great job and God's plan is not done with us yet. Today's video is a TBR Prompt Jar. Picks my reads for the very first time in 2025. I'm so excited to go into this video and also have all of these books behind me. About, I think in total, 98 physical books, like physical stories that I have to read. It was 82 because I had bought about 20 books for my birthday in October, and then some books like this Agatha Christie or even The Giver. The Giver is a quartet, the Agatha Christie is a 5 books in one. I went through for the new year, counted every story that I have not read, not just physical book, like one individual book. I counted every story and I came up to 98. So this year we are tackling my physical TBR. Again, I did a really great job for the most part. Last year I read a lot of the books that I had on my physical TBR, but at the same time there were, like, for my birthday, which every year I go out for my birthday, I feel like, and go buy books. So I'm going to rack up books no matter what. I do have my no buy months, but at the same time this year I really want to focus hard on trying to read about probably 90% of the books I read in this year, having them only on my physical TBR and not necessarily go out and buy. Maybe only for my birthday, maybe also for our 6-year anniversary married, go out and buy a couple books, but also maybe not do such a big book haul where it's like 20 books in one given time, because that's just a little bit absurd. So I want to definitely try and tackle the books that I have. Some of the ones, I feel like a lot of them are on this top shelf. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the prompts. I remade and added in some prompts not too long ago, and I've only used that jar once since then. These are the prompts that I actually picked. There's 8 in here. So since I've only picked 8 from here, I'm just going to continue and not put them back to start out the new year. I'm just going to roll with it and we'll see what I get. Very first prompt of 2025. I almost said 2024. It's already getting into a habit of saying the wrong year. Okay, this prompt says a book that you bought this year. Normally, I would stick with the physical year that we're in. Since we were in 2024, I would read a book from 2024, but since it's literally January 1st, I have not bought a single book this year as of 2025. I'm gonna do the theoretical 365 days. I feel like that would be much better. We have A House of Salt and Sorrows that I really wanted to tackle. Should we do a standalone? I recently just picked up Aragon. I gave my sister back her book, her copy that she had from 2006 or 2005 that was just a little bit written on, let's just say, and I ended up finding this for 50 cents and also the second one for 50 cents in the same copy. It's not the big size that I love, but honestly I think I'm just gonna go ahead and tackle it, and then if I really enjoy this series I'll definitely probably finish out this size, and also with the original printing company or the publisher, because I really enjoy how these ones look and feel, and also I don't mind how the pages are, and I also really enjoy having the older copies more than the newer ones. But I happened to buy this book Christmas Eve because we were doing white elephant gifts and we went thrifting for those instead. Since we had like $10 to spend, we wanted different type gifts, and I happened to find this in the second book, Eldest. So I got this for 50 cents on Christmas Eve. So it's probably the newest technical book that I have gotten, besides my mom gave me Lauren Roberts' Reckless. I do have that book. That's technically the newest one. So I will stick with this one, and I'm really excited to actually read this. I've been eyeing this since I recently bought it. Actually, I've been eyeing it since I bought Brisinger. Prompt number 2. There's so many of these stuck together. Why do I do this to myself? A book with mainly blue on the cover. I always pick a book and then it relays more so to the next prompt than the prompt that I picked it for. No. Yes. Kinda. Oh, you know what? These are gonna be like 3 that I mainly have. Alright, I have a few options for a book with mainly blue on the cover. So I think all 3 of these are on my 25 books I want to read in 2025, so no matter what, that would be a bonus. First we have Lucy Score's Forever Never. This entire book is blue, just different shades of blue. It matches it perfectly. Then we have House of Salt and Sorrows. It's almost like water hitting rock or a cave or something like that is how I'm imagining it. So that is a high contender. And then this one gets a little less blue, but we have These Silent Woods. There's of course blue in the sky, and it fades to more of a dark green blue down at the bottom. But I think for just the sake of more so, I mean technically 2 of these were standalones, I think I'm gonna pick Lucy Score's Forever Never, just because one, it's mainly blue out of both of these or all 3 of these options, and also it's a standalone and I really need to tackle her books because I have 5 books now because I just bought one from Aldi's not too long ago. I have 5 books from her and I have not read a single book from her, so I need to tackle her eventually. I want to try and pick a prompt that will make me either get one of my older books or one of the books that I'm not necessarily thrilled about reading. A book with a cover you find beautiful. Again. Ooh, actually, this is a good prompt for maybe these older books. I have a few books that I have yet to read from them, and they have really beautiful covers, like the actual physical book, not just the dust jacket. I do like, oh, this one's so beautiful, honestly. This is one that I have to read. Yeah, let's just do it. For a book with a cover that I find beautiful, I have my most, in my opinion, beautiful book, and also it's my second oldest book. It is about to be 100 years old. Understood Bessie is actually over 100 and something years old. So we have the story of San Michelle. It's just a very simple, it reminds me of like a resort almost, just a simple cover. But it's not so much the dust jacket, it's just is very old, so I have to be kind of careful of. It's not so much the dust jacket that I love. This is my most beautiful hardback book, and also it's one that I used to take photos with because of how amazing the binding is, and just it's so beautiful. So first on the cover we have Axel Month, I think is his last name. His signature is actually printed on, and then look at the spine. Can you see how absolutely beautiful that is? I love how this book looks. I think they did such an amazing job. I mean, quality wise too, for it being over 100 years old and it looks like it was from maybe the 50s or 60s, this is also kind of a thick book. I mean, I've read books that are thicker than this. This is over 500 pages, but normally with my older books they're not this big. Also, it's got more like the scalloped page edges. I don't know if you can tell. I don't mind that. It's really cool. But also, I hope this is a really good book. I just want to tackle some of these older ones that I've had for so many years, because I just want to have a majority of my books on my bookshelves actually read and accomplished. I feel like that's a massive goal to have, is to have 300 plus books on your bookshelves and actually have read all of them, or at least 95% of them. So we are going to go with the story of San Michelle for this prompt. That one's also a little bit intimidating, I'm not gonna lie. Prompt number 4. Oh no, this one's gonna be hard to figure out. So I have the shortest book on my physical TBR. I feel like I get this one all the time. I only have it in there once. This one's pretty short. I already read my short book. Well, I'm not gonna have any short books. 255. 213. Alright, so this is the lowest. Oh, what's a giver? The giver was pretty short. Okay, here we go. Here we go. You know what? I think I'm not gonna beat this. Oh my gosh, I'm not beating this. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. Coming in at a whopping total of 165 pages only, we have The Giver. This is actually the whole entire series. It's the quartet in one, so we have multiple books in one. But Gathering Blue starts on page 160. What did I just say? 160 something. 165, I think. But yes, this will be my shortest, because I know for a fact nothing's under 200. I was honestly not thinking this was going to be under 200 either. Number 5. Any anticipated read. So it's pretty much a I pick. I'm okay with that. Ooh, that one would be really good. Yeah, let's read this one. I'm gonna go ahead and pick Tidewater Inn by Colleen Cobble. I just picked this up not too many months ago for $1 at the same St. Vincent that I got Aragon for 50 cents. I read a book by Colleen Cobble a couple years ago when I was pregnant. It's Lone Star Sanctuary, and I absolutely love this. This was like I know it's a series, but I think it's more like interconnected. They're all standalones, I do believe, and this was like a Western Christian plotted mystery, if I can remember correctly. But I just love this whole story, and I seen this. I love how the cover looks, and I found the trilogy, because apparently this is a trilogy. These are the new covers, and I thought these were so pretty. I wanted to try her out again to see if I still loved her from this series, and going into this series also, since it's been like 3 years, actually going on 4 now. And on top of that, my reading has changed a lot in the last couple of years. Tidewater Inn for an anticipated read. I want to get a random one that I kind of honestly hate. Oh no, that would be the Millennium series. A random number generator for my physical TBR page in the book journal. Actually, I love this one. This one's so amazing. Now, if it's part of a series though, and it's the second or the third book of that series, if I have the first book, I'll read the first book, because there's a few series I don't have the first book. If it's not, and it's something that I can't read, like I don't own it and I don't want to go out and buy anymore as of right now, then I'll just redo the number generator. Getting out my handy dandy reading binder is what I call. Here's my physical TBR page. So like I said, I have books 1 through 98. Let's get a random number generator. We'll type into Google. Let's see if I can screen record. What did I say? 98? I'm kind of worried about this. 43. What is 43? That's not bad at all. Okay. I guess we're just kind of tackling more shorter books, but also more of my older books. If I remember how to say this correctly, it's Periot, potentially, loses a client. It's by Agatha Christie, and it's not a very thick book. Hello?
What up, girl?
Hello?
What you doing?
Recording.
Oh, You about ready?
I mean, I'm dressed and stuff, but I want to finish this video. I don't have much left. I'm already halfway through the books.
What about Jim Jims? Okay.
Okay, love you, be safe.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Oh, okay. Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Poirot? Alright, this is pronounced Poirot? Pyro? This is an Agatha Christie book, and I just had to look it up, and my husband just called me, so sorry if there's like a weird delay or a weird cut. Let's pick just 2 more, especially since we have to leave fairly soon. Come on, good one, good one. I'm actually kind of tired of getting like the I choose, and I just dropped it. I want something that won't make me think too hard, but it's like, oh man, I guess I know what I'm picking. A book on the bottom of your TBR list. I'm gonna do this actually how it says, so on the bottom, because in theory I meant it as like my top priority and then things that I don't want to read, but I already have some of those, so let's just kind of pick randomly. I think let's do from 70 to 98. I'll just go back with the number generator and pick it again, just so it's like it is the bottom of my TBR list. So 70, all right, from 70 to 98. 73. This one's a good one. I'm going to have to start using a number generator more often. We have Happy Place by Emily Henry at number 73 on my physical TBR because of how I went in order of putting everything down. This is the only Emily Henry book that I've yet to read, and also I've heard mixed reviews because it's not her typical, but also some people absolutely love it. It's 5 stars. It related to them so much, and then other people were unsure. They weren't necessarily happy with it. I am excited. I just read Book Lovers and wasn't necessarily a fan of that. I still think People We Meet on Vacation is her best book I've read so far. And now for my final prompt for the first video of 2025. A book by a male author. Normally, I go with Nicholas Sparks, just because I have some books from him that I need to tackle, need to read. We'll see if I can pick a different male author, but most likely I'm gonna revert back to Nicholas Sparks. Let's stay off that shelf. That sounds like a girl, that's a girl. We could do this. We have 1 series, 2 series, 3 series. Okay, maybe not do that one just yet. We can do another one. I wouldn't mind reading that book, but I don't think right now is the time. You know what, we'll do this one. For a book by a male author, I'm gonna go The Store by Bentley Little because this is a thriller. It's not a very thick book. I have 3 different series, or 3 different starts to a series, 2 older books, and 1 romance standalone, so it'd be nice to get a different genre on top of that. So for my first TBR Prompt Jar video of 2025, I think this is a great selection. To a point, I think it's a little intimidating because there's 2 older books, so they might, especially the 100-year-old book, might be a little bit hard to get into and stay into, especially since it's also 500 plus pages. But at the same time, I'm actually really happy that it's just more random. And I was glad that I got 2 prompts that I got to use a number generator with. I think that was really cool. I never had one yet, so it was really exciting. And there's a few books in here I'm really excited to tackle. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Be sure to check out any book related playlist I have here on my channel. And of course, if you guys are interested in the new house that we just got and moved into, the 3 videos that are sitting in that playlist, which is the empty house tour, setting up our library, and then kind of like our moving in vlog. If you're curious, go ahead and check that out. It should be down in the description, both of those playlists. Also be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Come be a part of my YouTube community. And as always, I thank you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you in another video here on my channel, and God bless.